like a king. Eh, Salomon, so like ready made. How you go get work when you not land trade? You not land book, you not get talent, now you aid. But you want for sleep, now as I made. You know they study, but you want pass. You dey get way where you come in a class. OPS, at least it told me fast. You go feel like you dey see yourself from glass. Salon for better, salon for crow, now who that responsible? Salon for better, salon for crow, now who that responsible? You know me responsible, I say, oh now you responsible. Everybody say, now we all responsible. Then we dey do things them way sensible. A small thing happen so, una begin for point finger. You keep you young, a box other person in young, you pull on a window. Then they begin blame Timini. Then lock up begin blame Limba. Before black they blame then juice. Well then juice bag go blame ginger. We can sabi for identify the problem, but we not can sabi find the solution.
We people them na salon. What we for do forget them so that then go able go register. Today I get two big women then with me. Of course, until we all know now the world they go gender rights. And me where they talk to na the country where they woman then get more power pass man. Yeah, also we dey Pikin get first right, second a woman, after that na pet. Before then they consider thing like we. But we glad for that. We not get nothing against that. I will get two big women today with me now, yeah? I get Madam Femi Claudius Cole when the chair for this new organization. Then 13 political parties we don't come together and say, let we all stand together, let we unite, let we begin show say we can unite for do anything we want do na salon. Because 60 years after independence, we country get so much, but we not able make progress because we not they unite. So if this don't begin, I think say we for all out to one. And if God make na woman then put before, that's not all the more reason well for Olam. If we get 4 hands, if we use all the 4 hand them. Because Akia Shona, I don't live in a country for the last 19 years when a woman then day before. Every office you go na Norway, they meet woman either as head or second in charge. I know what he mean where woman day before institutions them. I know. I not go talk that, not so that we can for today, we go fend them for can't talk that. I know so much about gender equality. I know about the performance of women because I not only don't live with them, I don't serve na a committee where na that connect with for 2 terms from 2011 up to 2018. So I go one let Madam Cole introduce himself to we. Like tell we small but himself.
Well, me na Femi Claudia School. By profession, I'm a nurse. I don't do ICU for over 20 years. I do ICU and other various units. I foresee me full-time job na matron of the Western Clinic, when a small hospital where my parents them, late Dr. Cole and Inwef been start in the 50s. So that hospital then I am a main source of employment I foresee. But I also get other areas them where na my passion, cooking, restaurants, and a workshop. Now they get me into more. But as leader of the consortium, my whole life now don't revolve around any issue we concern the consortium.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Cole. We other guests where I believe say most of we can see all the time. Because this now my way on social media all the time. You get your own streaming station, they talk with woman party them all the time. Then they try for promote gender equality in a salon. We get this woman with we today when Madam Cole go can talk to we about this election, say what we na the diaspora for do for make sure say the election goes smoothly and we get a new regime will go help the country for begin stand on in footing. Then at the same time, waiting we na the diaspora for do for help COP as a body we don't unite and say let we team up together. Let we see how we go make change happen na salon. This woman will get in name Madam Rachel Bangura Davis. Introduce yourself, ma.
Yeah, I want for tell family I'll do. My name is Mrs. Rachel Bangura Davis. Me are the president of Sierra Women and Politics, and also the chairperson of Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign. And my background in journalism and broadcasting. And I also the host a talk show program called Tell It to Rachel, and one of my flagship program now Women in Politics. So I'm glad for there for talk to all the 7 people then. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Be too big. Alejo them as we then create me na oku leona no. Na frobe me born. So thank you very much. I'll go one let we start this program with Madam Femi Claudius Cole.
Okay.
Madam Cole, I just want to ask you a question. I want to give me honest opinion.
I will do that.
What do you think say we na the diaspora for do for assist this big institution where una the 13 major political parties they don't decide say let we come together, let we see how we go change salon.
Una get a massive role, and una get a role where una already don't begin play. One big role, now forget the information out in the public domain. For let people know what we. And I really want to say a big thank you to you and to me, Sister Rachel, we don't really and truly help for make that happen. Now, when we look the election, some of the issues the way you mentioned in your intro is that waiting I wanna go do for help we with the consortium, and how wanna go help we with the consortium for able for participate, how we go able for do this election. So on the one front, now on our platforms, especially platforms like a Rachel Leone, where Rachel don't really begin for galvanize the woman then. Because
Yeah,
no matter which
I see
we
that.
say, women then have 52% of Sierra Leone population. And wetin don happen with the initial show where it may launch, where na be a protest, it gets a knock-on effect because woman they will not be even yeri bottom, will not be no bottom, and even the one they will not get access to sub phone or then kind phone they are for able for participate. Then self don't begin yeri. Then self don't begin yeri. You say. When I want to tell me, say the woman the way they abroad, they don't begin forget how themselves pass we within a tongue. So for that exposure day, we can't put a value on them, a valueless. Also, when all platform back don't begin come together for actually raise funds. Because no matter what we say, we can get the best plans, we can get the best manifesto, we can get the best projection without money, not just money for let cop operator. We get money for, we get some candidates, especially female candidates, we get the potential, we get the passion, we share the vision, but they don't get the finance for able for push then campaign. But even before we reach to election, we look at the sensitization for let women then go actually realize say, when they talk about election, but before election they come, something else they will for don't do. We for don't register. We get women the way we want for sensitize, for let it aware say, when it comes to election, but before you reach there, before certain things that they will for don't do first, we for register. So the mobilization, plans, and the creativity, the innovation, how we they get, because we see what happen, Nakoya, big lethargy for vote. Out of 17,000 people, only 7,000 voted. So we can't afford for let that happen again. We get for begin for sensitize them to the significance, to the importance of registration. Let's say no reach now that you begin regret. If I be no afford to register. So that's where your campaign and the campaign of the Sierra Leone women and politics comes in. Because sometimes they honestly, you were then a grown, sometimes they you're not able to see the full picture. Sometimes now somebody where they find and they tell me, say, look, why will not use these tactics? The other day, one woman they come up with the idea why they with Rachel, say, when I use a concert. And I tell you something, the young people carry a lot of sway and influence to their parents.
Yeah.
So if you look and say you make a concert, now mostly young people then not underestimate the power of the young voices. Will they give a message now they make sure say mama grapple go. Papa, you don't register, papa go register. Tomorrow you know they talk say if I be no. When you they complain say price na market this, job no day, work no day, this no day, that no day. The power then you earn in terms of you vote. So papa go vote. Me way small, me when I the picking at I don't go register. So papa go register, mama go register. So una way na the diaspora get an invaluable role. Because sometimes, you know, when you're inside the porta, you're not able to see. But sometimes somebody where they from outside, they're able to inject new ideas into we. So for me, this engagement, it don't be a turning point for me politically, in that women are now galvanized for support. Women all over the world. And on a platform, them get one ability. When me go na 98.1 go talk, or I go na Star Television, I go talk, or Freetown TV, I only they talk to Sierra Leoneans the way they in the south side, the satellites, then they reach. But the beauty of Unayon show is that the entire world, the entire globe, so that possibly come on Potloko, they're calling people and say, "Una don't register, una tell una they go register," because you guys finance a lot of people back home. So una words carry a lot of sway. You know, that possibly come on inside my broker. In person don't call in America, say you don't register. Una tell una they go register. Yeah. So if I start, I want for really say that acknowledgement and that expectation is great. And what una don't begin do so, don't begin put me on the right path. For let we begin to accomplish some of them goals then.
Okay, before you they go, I go give Rachel chance, I just want to ask you because I want let them they come out from you. Who stand at the date where they don't set for registration? Now begin tell the people them that.
September 4, I think na September 4.
3rd, I think September 3rd.
September 9
1 green day? Now 1 green day no more on a week.
2 weeks. Now 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But
Okay.
then get interesting way then they shape these 2 weeks. Where even myself I need further clarification. The 2 weeks are going to be split between areas. Not like I said, the 2 weeks open to the entire country. No. According to them finance and then budget, then get for do one set of area, then they move all the logistics and go to a different area. For going to another area.
Adi kukuju mukurande. Yeah, we can justify anything, Madam Cole. Go ahead, ma.
At the expense.
Go ahead.
Millions of computers, then we get a set amount of computers, when I then move from location A, go over to location B. But that not go stop people the way they miss na A, for then move over. Then they say forget for make sure say people are aware. Then I not say, they don't kind of me constituency and not be able to register. So you go simply go across to the next area. But when we meet in a PPLC, we get for really fine-tune that one day.
Yeah.
Because when they tell you say register and decide when you get for vote.
Exactly.
But if una don't say una they do them in halves, that you might likely put somebody out of the area for go now a different area. Will that mean that person they get for commot? Say for example, it then a one chiefdom na Kenema. Kenema has 16 chiefdoms. It go get for commode now for go na another chiefdom when they reach for vote. If they say there will be no vehicular movement, so those things have to be clarified.
That's the Kukujumuku, and that's what I saw. What you are saying now is what I saw. And I think then that will not get for make them clear.
Yeah.
Now, I not go waste time, I go come back to you. Because that question then they will get for answer upon the same thing. But like to Rachel. Rachel, me and you now we then at the diaspora, although we're not in at the same country. We're not in at the same continent. But I believe say we get over 1 million Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora. And if all of us come together, we say we won't do anything, that's not a big thing. Now everybody then on social media every day they complain about Sierra Leone, they grumble. That not get for change nothing. Now what you do, now get for change something. The action what we take, the thinking that what we use, now get for change something. Me and you, we know how we did here. We know, of course, the constraints, the good side, the bad side, everything. What do you feel say we na the diaspora go do for assist, not to only cop, but for assist, now make sure say the registration for voting go effectively, and at the same time we'll get people then for go out and vote.
Thank you, Mr. Jalo. Yeah, there are so many things we can do in the diaspora because anytime we salon they suffer, we save the suffer now.
Greatly.
Because the pressure they increase per way there because I can tell you 80% of Sierra Leonean they within at home, they get people at the diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
And they contribute a lot when they come the economy development, we get a lot when they contribute. So there's a lot still we can do. Because a lot of people are more than diaspora want for go home, So, but go say I want for go home and you sit down, you don't do nothing, So one thing where I think say at this point we get for do now for encourage with people where we know say we feel the pinch now for go register. Now the first thing and for encourage them. Because we say they feel the pressure. So first of all, we the diaspora therefore talk to young people in Asalo for go register. When the whistle blow September 3rd, we for talk to them. Say, when I go register. because we there now they feel the pinch. We itkanga na salon, it itkanga for we more the pressure the more.
Yeah.
So therefore force them or therefore talk to them and encourage them for register because now the first process now for bringing the change in the country. Then another thing again, we have this Leone Diaspora Unity campaign, where not just for political parties then, but also for concerned Sierra Leoneans then, where we all get the opportunity for come and join in with this group here, so for make we support the efforts of COP. COP now the thing don't happen as alone, we know when they happen, and now the first time in history this follow get political party they come together. And everybody puts their own ego down because we know how we political party then take. We all get ego.
Not all the party the normal, we all. Me when they talk so me big.
So for make political party then put all that to get aside and say, you know what, we they come together and for waiting for one good reason for discuss national issues or agree on national issues because political party they never agree. But this time around, they say, you know what, we come together and be on one great thing for make Salongo before. And we don't see the strifes the way they don't make. It's evidence. And no, just make reference to recently in Akoya, where the NGC try for withdraw their own candidate and supports the main opposition. Say, would it go and support behind you? That for sure say waiting cops say they stand for, they don't begin for one.
Yeah.
So any political party, first of all, within a cop where they wave or where they shake, especially to the main opposition, this don't show on a say cop, all the minority opposition party, they don't ready for support una. So una hand and una foot for the inside cop and all that one. Because we see how coalition bring change in Gambia.
Yeah.
So, like I say, we have this Diaspora Unity campaign where we want for support and complement the effort of COP. And how we go do that? Now, by we use $1, we don't talk what they talk so nice. We don't bring in with other party to political party there, membership there, within the diaspora for join the Leone Diaspora Unity campaign. Talk to we members them, the leadership of this political party they within a tongue. Because most of them the time then the members that they listen to, if they begin to come out and talk to their membership in the diaspora, for join Leone Diaspora Unity campaign, for make them all work in unity. We will that impact we want, we go in for creator and we go in for support COP more. Because all man they inside COP, now so me go say, because now the major political party 13, all man they inside it. And why what's the beauty of COP? It's a COP that look like Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
It's a COP like not to Minde no Modide. It's a COP like not to Timni no Modide. It's a COP that get the face of Sierra Leone. Inclusivity. So this is why we all therefore put we on the COP and support them. Because right now, as I speak, we need financial support because they get a road tour.
That's the biggest thing.
That's why where APC not be able for cover during the last election. They will do it because they are all part of it. That BNBN Kailan where APC will not for go, will not be go, or where other political party go, COP go able for go there. And guess what? The thing don't they change. From the results who gets this by-election over the weekend, things are changing. So one political party will say, now we stronghold this. It don't begin change from the results that they get na Kailan. Vote the SLPP, be win that by-election. But we see figures. We see figures change. So this is to tell you, if we empower COP and give them that support where they want, now just to push, they need for push, and then some of them side and day, everything will turn around. Because this is what this one for make Salon people understand. Say this time around, let we not vote by region, by tribe, because now well we leaders them, then they walk again. They say, we walk or no walk, Southeast go vote for we. We walk or no walk, North go vote for we. So now this some well we leader they wouldn't kind of power, they know what walk. Because they know say at the end of the day, we get a pattern when are voting on tribal and regional lines. So now that day we need for change. This time around with the election, they come. No vote by tribe, no vote by region, but no, we vote and support COP and vote for a country we look like Sierra Leone. So this is the message we in a diaspora for the take to young people. And I'm telling you, the more people come to Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign, the more we get the support and the more we're able for support COP for low get that changing. Because one party not able for do them. And that is why I really respect the main opposition when at the APC. Because it don't come to the time where they realize saying we cannot do it alone. We need the support of other political parties then. So I am really, really happy about that because, they know they have the majority, but at the same time, they know they cannot do it alone. So this is the beauty of it. So Tuya, make una for the first time what is Yei Diaspora Unity Campaign, una go on Facebook, una join the group.
And we're there on Twitter back. Let them go on Twitter, search for Diaspora Unity Campaign.
And the GoFundMe link, the school, then at the school right now for make we support COP. We want $1. That's all they contribute. We want $1. We $5. Go make a difference in a salon. Because some of we want to go back home, we want to go start life. Some of we are experts. Some of we that we get we expertise them. What want for go now we country for go start.
Exactly.
But we don't get the atmosphere no day for make we do that. So the only one go able for create that atmosphere now for support COP, which we want $1, which we $2. So this time a message for swag and for now, then we go inside as the discussion they go, we go able for tell the family the more waiting we need for do.
Okay.
From this side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. I think on true don't lay the foundation. And I think what we need for look at now is we don't talk say we forget to people them for go vote. For register. How we go able get them for register? We need for give them certain things, let them understand waiting for do. And as you rightly say, Madam Femi, that needs money. Because we need for get a well-planned voters education.
Yes.
We not they go against the election commission they own, but at the same time, a plan for sensitize and get the people them activated.
Exactly.
For go register. Secondly, we need for get a plan of action we go involve money for make we ensure say people them even when they go register, they know they go through too much hassle. This now the reason we make, I believe say we for popularize this Diaspora Unity Campaign because me, honestly, if the diaspora come together, we able to make everything possible for us. According to the figures the me get, we now the diaspora will mobilize over $200 million every year. Will they repatriate back to Sierra Leone? If we can give maybe just 25% of that, it go a long way for assist now. And I believe that the message we need for put out when we they go with this thing is, this is for all of us.
Yes.
This is for all of us. This is not for APC. It's not for NGC. It's not against SLPP. It's not for any other political party. But it's for all of us to begin to build a new Sierra Leone by coming together and thinking together.
Yes.
And that involves a lot of money. Can we do that? Yes, we can, if we are ready to. So now, my next question to you, Madam Femi, is, as head of COP, and as head of all the 13 political parties, them na Sierra Leone, we don't come together. How una go assure say, una various supporters and members in the diaspora, they able mobilize, then come and join the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign, because we don't make it clear, say Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign, not a political party, not for one person, now for all of us. We been they go school, we read Chino Achebe book, that board we go take that feather. Where with them with that been bought now the tortoise. We go take them board them feather. We then go na the sky. We then give them food. Say all of us nine them. This not a with the pan. Not all of us one person. This now all of us, all of Sierra Leone. And personally, me not one person where I believe say, if we try, we will get it done. I want to assure every Sierra Leonean I will do everything within my powers to assist to get this thing done. So, una na cop, una self get a role for perform. And what God don't make you there with we today, because remember the last temper we had, I bring that to you, I say, we go talk am. Come per meeting, I tell you. And I still come back with the same point. We country, the way we don't divide, una na una get for talk to una members. So, what in your position about getting members of Sierra Leone in the diaspora or in various political parties for come together? I want you explain, let people hear it.
No, then that discussion will not be ongoing inside the COP meetings, where the responsibility get for be given to each individual political party. And I go like for keep it track of them. Let's see, in terms of proportion, certain parties then forget greater membership where they can join UNA by virtue of size. So I want to make you give me a time frame whereby I can assure you say that's going to be, and actually this Kawaka Maryland can visit with Sierra Leone Women and Politics was a marvelous opportunity where I able to meet with members. I discussed on this trip with members of the PMDC. I discussed with members of the C4C. Okay. And of course, I meet with members of the APC in London. So okay. I don't really meet, and even in Maryland, I don't meet with all the groups there. So I don't even need for go through the executive in some areas for get them for come on board. I now get phone numbers and we miss self where I go. The first meeting they get, and they go give an account of my trip. I explain all waiting I do, who that I meet. And I explain, say, well, I don't get in contact. I get the global chair lady for party A. I don't get the founder for party B. I don't get an all contact. So at a meeting, I will bring the topic up. I will explain to them that I want for let them call and myself go the supplement with my own calls. I say, so I'm not going to let anybody get a feeling, say, I come up behind the formal where we have to do things and go behind and back, go begin to call people. No, I'm going to have it at a meeting out in the open that now their names there, so I don't get. Am I free and am I covered? For like I begin for call them, for link them up with the Diaspora Unity campaign. And once that first meeting is had, I know say nobody not go there, we go say no. So then we go able to start that ball rolling, whereby then self can come and be members on board.
Okay. Well, you've been talking just now about timeline. Now, I just want to ask you, what do you feel say go be the timeline where una go give?
Well, me, I want to say, from the very first meeting where we go be the Wednesday after we arrive. I feel to say within 2 weeks, we don't begin for see phone calls, then they can't through to una. For say, me and a social person, and they come up from this party. So once we have the contact WhatsApp, where I go get them, then una go left now for add them to the group. And then we came for see as a member of the group ourselves, we came for see as people in the camp, and we came for assess people in participation. Not the group.
Okay.
And all things for do with the like the internet communication, all the media communication. The person where I may not talk to Dennis, I may not talk to the Secretary General for the NGC for letting give me Pierce. Pierce is very savvy. He's very savvy with the media stuff and he engages with the NGC media team. So I say, well, if I will get permission for let I give that responsibility there to Arthur. So the main contact person from the corps will be Arthur Pierce because I already don't discuss with him. The last time we'll get this conversation. So it will be like a liaison person if we see say we're not get the numbers we expect or we're not get the cooperation. Because for come and sign in one thing, for cooperatives, na daily work day. Then Arthur will be that liaison person there or do that.
Okay. Now the next question I go bring to you before I go to Rachel is wetin you think say you colleagues then are free tongue for do following this program where you don't camp and so before you they go back na salon because then for don't be because now we get for deal with time. Time is very short.
Well, right now, then depend serious multitasking. We get serious multitasking with then depend. We get the announcement of a second by-election. We get the development of committees for the coalition. So, and we get the road tour. So right now, the multitask, everybody get for multitask. You get for drink water and eat rest at the same time. Because as we say, time is of the essence.
Yeah.
So right now, I don't say nobody not even plate empty. All man in plate full. And even this morning, I just talked to Wadi Williams. They say, Femi, Sky Camp. We have too much to do, Sky Camp. And we get other engagements that they do still with international communities. We get visits and still will not complete. We want for go see a couple more international people that will not be able to forget to wait. They may not give you appointments despite my requests. So we get visits. We get planning for Black Monday. We get the by-election now in Tonkolili district. We get the committees that we will get for setup. So COP is we meet we don't meet every week, but now we get for step them up where we they add a second meeting day, which we've been saying are gonna be Wednesdays and Thursdays, where Thursdays will be coalition discussions. Now that will be known they say. Now we are also planning that after the road tour, we're going to have an inauguration, an official launching of the entire thing. We've never did it. We've never done it for COP. So that planning as well did. So when we said go back now, sleep no day, rest no day, reverse no day. It's full speed ahead on getting things, putting things together. So now that's what COP has ongoing. And then we don't discuss it. We get for when we go on the road tour, we have to have something with our logo. And we get for go do a lot of teaching. Just before we come, we make bumper stickers. And then bumper stickers, and I don't know how far and wide we don't popularize them. But we get for actually do something where we can able to take into the villages where person go always remember say when 10 reach, when the hour reach, now this COP mean. So when you go, you pick your ballot. On that ballot paper, for able for know why you not see, say for example, in Moyamba, I'm just taking this out of the blue. Say you go for go vote na a Moyamba resident we favor COP, go for go vote na COP. When you look na the ballot paper, you go see, hopefully you go see just two candidates. You go see, as an example, the PMDC candidate and the SLPP candidate. Automatically, by process of elimination, you don't know say That second candidate there is an SLPP candidate, and the other candidate is a COP candidate. Hopefully.
Well, I've been just want to ask a connected question to this thing, last issue we don't bring, because for people them, they need a lot of education for understanding things than they.
Yes. So,
Una get any plans in place for go sensitize the people them nationwide about how COP get for do business? Why I say do business? The decision then they make about withdrawing candidates from certain constituencies and having other candidates in other constituencies.
Withdrawal of candidates will hopefully not occur again. What happened in Koya was because NGC had already chosen a candidate, the ball was already rolling. That's why we may get calls for actually go back and withdraw the candidate. But that not will occur again because we are now moving towards a coalition, so we're now speaking with one voice.
Okay. But still, I get a question on that. Don't know more.
I not answer your question on it. I not answer on it.
Okay.
So part of the urgency and the importance of the road tour is with every district where they go, we are then going to set up a COP committee consisting of members of the different political
grassroots members.
Correct. So we not go able for say we did one side, the information they pass all side inside the very last section, the very last tongue. So those committee now are going to be charged with the responsibility for continue the sensitization process. We go on after the road tour. But the road tour is only our first tour. Once we don't complete the tour of the South and the North, we then go back on a more in-depth tour where we can then split up into groups. Remember that this first tour is going to be everybody.
Everybody, for make people that see the unity.
Together, correct.
So that person go one later, then go no say, okay, come for we all.
Yes, correct. So now that now with strategy. That's the strategy. Okay. And that's why we get for really solicit funds, because even the committee where you left, a lot of expenses involved, because we get some village where some villages, take the very Kailang as an example, where 2017, where at Kailang, there are areas where you left you motor car, you charter bikes.
I know.
And we now have an issue with fuel, etc., etc. So all those things cost money. And we forget a system of monitoring. Make sure, say, those groups are doing what we've asked them to do.
Exactly.
So we get for the send people and go from time to time impromptu, go watch what they do, and some colleagues go watch what they do, go watch what like that. So all those things cost money. And even now, we are really, really happy in the consortium because we don't begin get organizations that we don't begin for actually recognize we, and that's now one to know when they ask, we want to be recognized, we want to be acknowledged. If you want to discuss things with us, you can come to COP. You not get for begin go through third party, second party, for try to get in touch with COP. We are very much accessible. And we don't begin for see, the other day there was an invitation sent to COP for go represent a function in Cambia. So we take a COP member, designated one COP member, who attended on behalf of COP. And again, all those things have a financial cost attached to it. But I can assure you, say, political parties are all coming together, even for shoulder expenses. We all can come together. And me, one of the chief, our uncle and say, bigger in chief, but I'll call and fundraising in chief, I'll talk and find. I will not hesitate to be.
It's not a shame to be a beggar, especially if you want for use them for do something better.
I will beg for a good cause.
Yes. But we beg you go drink omole, that's not bad begging.
Exactly.
I get a question. Wait, before you at the left you let you blow small. I don't want to give me any figure, but I just want to let people aware say, una they do that, and maybe at certain point in time, very soon, we get for make that available to people in the diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
Because we get for be realistic about what you would aim at, the term we want for reach you how they aim at. Una don't get any estimated cost. Una think say all them here una they think of king go get for involved.
No, we don't get an estimated cost for the road tour.
No,
The
give
road,
me no figure. Just give me the. No, give
yes.
me figure. Just tell me we they do the costing. We will make it available. For now, let the people in the diaspora be ready for assist we.
The budget we do before they left was the budget for the road tour.
Okay.
That budget they already done day. We know. We
Okay.
also get a range for press conferences. Where we
Okay.
can get for the do press conference. We also get a range waiting press conferences can causeway. For now, I can just pass the hat around to political parties and all man can give them waiting the able give. And then for now, up until this point, we not ever say we want to do a press conference we will not able to do. We also don't begin. We just don't begin. We will not actually plan an inauguration much earlier, but we decided to postpone it because to me there were things we will get to do first and get us strong before we go into an inauguration. I know Sierra Leoneans we love inaugurations and launchings. I said, but let it come at a proper time. So we
Yeah.
already don't look at some of the basic costs of a launching. And even when we do launch, it has to be a multi-tribal event where again, not going to be a cheap something because we'll get for bring, if not dancers, double, people, food from all areas. So when we come together now, we really represent Salon. When you hear this drum the beat, you know, say, this Namende line. When you hear this the beat, you say this na Milo Jazz, na Creole line. When you hear this, so when we do finally do an inauguration, I think we have to do something befitting of the country.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I will give time let you rest smaller. Go to we next sister. Rachel, me and you within at the diaspora, we don't agree say we for do everything for assist let this thing go before. But una the American man them not to show we them Viking and say una say one has to put his mouth where his money is. Now I get a question for you. With all this talk they talk about registration for vote. I want like give me you honest position about what you expect the government or the electoral commission. I'm not going to talk say government, not the electoral commission. They are a semi-autonomous body. They have a right to take that decision. What you expect them for do for ensure say people in the diaspora register for vote. Not to pass to pay with money for go Sierra Leone. That money who they pay for go Sierra Leone, we can use them for other things.
Well, this na discussion will be done go on for a while, especially with that term where KKY himself been pulled down in omnibus bill, all inclusive, where one pan the thing away inside the omnibus bill, na diaspora voting rights. And His Excellency President Bio, where himself be the campaign, he talk and say, Ingo ensure say diaspora they able for votes at the next election. So, but we will feel say when the discussion will go on with the diaspora voting rights, government will consider that because they said we promised that they're not able to do anything. And now we just get months to election, and we still not see anything like that. We a concrete arrangement or preparation for ensure say diaspora they get right for vote. And the reason why we advocate strongly for make diaspora able for vote, even if they're not able for do it now, these governments are not able for do it now. But any government where they can, we get for ensure say we advocate strongly on diaspora voting, because I don't talk when initially that the program say anything where they affect salon, even when we not in a salon, it they affect we. And we self they contribute a lot of now the salon GDP. Diaspora they contribute
Over
a lot.
40%.
We they contribute a lot. So
Over
this is why
40%.
so this is why our voice is equally important. Our vote is equally important. You know, because when we talk now, but when I talk now, when they talk, when they can't vote, we don't see other countries that they do them. Ghana they do them. Other countries that they do them. But make sure say they provide, all of it what it takes for make sure say the citizens within another country they're able for count their votes, their vote matter. So I think say I was expecting that, because a lot of we want for participate at the electoral process, because it's very, very important. And this particular election back, very, very crucial to me.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
very, very crucial in the development of Sierra Leone, in the lives of even the diaspora, and especially the lives of people in Asalo. So for make they not pay attention to diaspora voting rights this time, I think say diaspora they need for wake up, and not so because you able for pay you $2,000 for going to salon, so you self no go help for advocates, because like you say, there are so many ways we can advocate. So that are one thing, not because it's some people not to say they're not able to pay the money for go, but because of their work schedule, and so now we all right. So moving forward, Mr. Jallo, I think say it is important for let we make top of priority for ensure say every government will come, because me I don't see anything we put in place for no go votes. Pass you pay $2,000 go salon and go register, then you come back you pay $2,000 for go
For
vote.
go vote.
So I just want to take this
That
opportunity.
$4,000 they were able to put on power
It's a
that they
lot.
will go benefit the country.
The country. So you see, so these are the things where we leaders and get for take into consideration for ensure say diaspora votes count, diaspora voice counts, because what to do, una want we money, but una not want we vote.
Well, we'll stop for give money. Wait no more.
Well,
Soon. Soon we dey cut off for send money.
the message and we self get for the past now. We got full self get for be very we self get
Soon
for be
we go
very
cut off. We go only send for the old people. We no say this you not get nothing for do again, so you need for take care of them.
yes, una want to be money, but una not want to be vote, una not want to be voice. We'll talk, we say na we talk. But because we say they feel the pinch in as much as we know this salo. But anything we shaking a salo in a ganganes, we they feel am. Now
Yeah,
petrol
yeah. It
crisis,
affect me directly.
petrol crisis. That means say now petrol long go up. That means say now if we don't use the prices of commodities and everything is going up by a second. So that means say now if
Exactly.
we don't use for the same $100.
You get for double them.
We get for send $200. So
And we save now our surprises and they go up.
so
We say send our prices and they go up. So and we know they get salary increase by the day.
yes.
We where they work for salary.
So you don't see the only difference now then part of the world and now Africa or Sahel to be precise. Yeah, we have the basic, you don't get for catch you aid for the basic necessity. You don't get for catch you aid for water, you don't get for catch you aid for light, you don't get for catch you aid for go hospital. All the basics are there.
Yeah.
So now the difference that one day.
And now that we want for see
Now that
happen
we
na
want for
Sierra
see.
Leone.
Now that we want for see.
Now that make we dey involve on the politics.
Absolutely, because I myself get one slogan what he always say, especially to me woman them, what he always say, look, they behind the scene no more they watch. I can always say, if you don't mix by politics, politics go mix by you.
Yeah, but politics they also even I also they.
No, if you don't mix by the politics go mix by you. And you know how
Yes,
they mix by you. Like when don't go up to a salon, it affects you. If you be the same
exactly,
$100, you they send $200 now. So the politics don't mix by you.
exactly.
This is why all of our voices put together it matter. All of our voting put together it matter because we want to change. We want to change. We see a lot of people are crying. A lot of people get confidence inside this government for say, okay, they can't fix corruption, or they can't do this, or they can't do that. We see say it's more backward. It's more backward. So diaspora rights the need for recognize them and we need for advocate strongly for that because we say we contribute strongly na salon. If they don't do it, we say we're going to take drastic action. We won't send our monies, we won't send our businesses, we won't send nothing. Let them know how it feels like or what it feel like where would they send the money or where would they invest that salary. So it's something that needs to be considered strongly. Even if this government will forgive you that opportunity today, let us advocate, continue to advocate strongly. In the next government we will come for, make sure say we safe as the diaspora, we get rights for votes, not for the money no more.
Now I get a document where somebody sent to me. We come up from the elections office or PPRC or whatever, where then they try for do a kind of presentation on this diaspora voting rights. Well, of course, now something we're doing in preliminary stage. It's just a suggestion. But my own question what I get is, in this modern age, where every tool is available for people and for able to do things easily, except maybe the legislation, now go demand some process. If you want tools for make people then vote, they online, you they hire them, you pay for them. Now secured tools then people then they vote electronically. If you want for register Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora, there are tools online you can use. Let everybody go online and register a name and address, who say they, who stay born, una cross check them. If births and deaths they keep correct record. When you look the money where we get for pay for go register, it's the same amount back you pay and back for go vote. I'm sure if we put them money there together, if the government sincere and ready, we can able to assist them financially for get this thing done. But trying to put the blame on cost, now one thing we may not subscribe to. And I believe so we don't reach the stage where we at the diaspora for come together and begin advocate strongly for these voting rights. That you don't they go on for years. I know. There was a time I had that same view that it's not easy for get people from the diaspora for make we go register them, etc., etc. Because at that time, I not be know some of the things they want know now. I go be very honest, okay? Now go, Rachel. Now you are the talk to still. At that time, then 2007, 8, what you know now about electronic systems, I not be know them. So I was looking at a manual process. But today, everything is possible electronically. This country where they virtually they do everything electronically. So for say, it not go be easy, and all this and all that, I not see them as an excuse. If not the money the government afraid say they're not able to get, I am sure if they are honest enough, whether the diaspora can volunteer say, we go contribute, all man contribute $500, we pay the money for making them handle then tools then they. Now, my own question is to you back again, Rachel. Do you think if we put pressure, if we able get to brothers and sisters now the diaspora for come together, we raise this issue strongly, we go able meet up for vote 2023? Because we get enough time.
No, we don't have enough time, Mr. Jalo.
We got enough time.
Well, why I say we don't have enough time. Madam Femi said for Rob Motley. Let's just
Yes, I dey give una chance law
make
na
I
Rob
just
Mott.
land quick.
I dey set fire. Una talk.
Why I say we don't get enough time because there are stages, there are processes, and we know we I mean it's late now. All that discussion there, all that engagement say with the deep and so it all late now. Yeah, Madam Femi, you go up more this more. Let me say go.
No, now one great sentence. One great sentence. They do not have the will.
That's it. And that's what we can do to get them to do it. If we the diaspora unite, then the will be created.
Yeah.
They're not getting
That's
will.
it. That's the point. It's not a matter of time, Rachel. It's a matter of the will.
And they do not have it.
It's a matter of the will.
We don't have a government.
If the will is there, it can be done. Them money they waste, they go and travel. So okay, able use them for expedite the legal instruments. Then call what them want for pass bill trade. They not go all parliament meeting have been to money.
That is because they had the will. They wanted
Yes, it's the will. Let's stop giving excuses for these people. What do we need? And as I willfully cow this question, because I want me and you, Rachel, for work on that in the diaspora.
Yes.
With the backing of COP, we then talk to the members of various political parties, then join the Diaspora Unity Campaign, which will be one of the major issues all they take up. It can be done. I know how it can be done. They even take 3 months.
I want to let me do something.
Yes, ma'am.
When you go to war, you watch all the battlefronts, they let you know you weak one and you strong one.
Yeah.
If you want my humble advice, we get for pick the battles that we can win. They no get the will because they know that if you guys have a voting capability, you can change the election.
Exactly.
Why? They're not going to can give Rachel 1 polo 10,000. They're not going to can give Mr. Jamboria 1 polo 10,000.
No.
You are now out.
May wake out the polo for put $1 billion.
So, realistically, I want us to fight battles that we have a high probability of winning. The one area where UNAKI insists on, which I believe is already part of COP's plan, is that it should be in the COP manifesto.
Yes.
That the next election that is held, everything at that point should have been put in place for diasporas to be able to vote. If we use all the resources and all the energy now, I think it can be better channeled in another area. They do not have the will, they do not have the desire, and they will do everything to obstruct it. And we begin another battlefront when we already have so many battlefronts that we're already fighting.
Absolutely.
So my opinion would be, let we put and say 2028 or 23 plus 5, 28 elections, we should have diaspora able to vote. Whether physical, whether internet, whether what, there should be a committee that will focus on making it happen. And we don't have time. As soon as it should be something in the past year. So when by-elections come along and other elections come along, we can probably test it.
Yeah.
Because when you register to vote, we will not know sign that you back place. If not, but let us at least start the process.
Yeah,
we start
the advocacy for start
can begin.
I use the word say, I mean, it is not visible that it is going to happen with this government, because if la diaspora no they vote, government will come out tomorrow, so and they know that.
Yeah, if one battle, we can fight. If we were looking for a fight, let me tell you where the fight is begging for our attention. One, they should not use the census results to do any boundaries.
Then they have been get for come to them. But go ahead.
The distribution of polling centers. Can I not forget polling center past Western area? people should not walk 17 miles. They are only going to increase it by 10. 3, Bandajuma and Panguma. They want to have new districts. Those are 3 battlefronts for the ethnic tribal makeup of all the new staff and where the next staff are going to be deployed. Are you using people from Kenema for Kenema, people from Tonkolili for Tonkolili, or una they pull all man when a card carrying member of SLPP go be polling center managers? We don't want 49th being turned into 149th. So those are 4 battlefronts that we can currently engage in and leave diaspora voting for the next administration and make sure that pressure is placed on the new administration for it to happen.
Well, I think say one thing don't lead to another. This thing where you don't jump to, so that was what we were going to come to now. The risk and everything we involved in the election. I think now you don't talk so. And I believe say this now a message we at the diaspora get for take very, very seriously and sensitize the people them back home. Because I will tell you one thing for free. One of the ways we are going to stop any attempt to rig the election now for make people them aware. Say they're not going to for go cast ballot, but then for able for observe and protest on anything where they know say not correct on the day of election. Not with violence. Yes, ma'am.
We also engage, there's a whole NGO that has been developed when they don't create for training. But again, forget that we all for train, it's not cheap. The figure where they don't give it so far is 1 million per person. Once they don't train Femi can then cascade and down to another 5, then 5 can they go cascade and down, etc.
Who that they behind that NGO, if I can ask?
So I will send you all the details. I will send you all the details. But then don't do a presentation to the consortium, and we were 100% impressed.
Okay.
But you realize that when it comes to elections, not to everything will they put out in the open.
Yeah.
Certain things and they will get for talk in a room. Some certain things they will talk in a parlor. Because nobody is safe.
Exactly.
When people are desperate, nobody is safe. So, I mean, once we're off the air, I can give you the information that I have.
Other things then they will make you get for discuss off the air. Things then they will get for discuss. Now we don't spend up to 70 minutes. I want to let the round up now because I know unless we go beyond 1 hour 15 minutes. And I believe say you should do assist the program. Because then last 2 points here, 3 points we come up with, now part of waiting have been outlined. Now I make what certain point where they talk I say, I've been get for come to that. Now what I want we emphasize on, and that's especially now for you, Madam Femi. All what you don't talk so today is nice and beautiful. But we need this money. This Kalisi, we need them. As Fulaman say, Kalisi. Kalisi no worthy. If Kalisi not there, that's not the work. So, how do we strategize to get everybody to come on board? Let we get this. Because honestly, what I ask you say, give me something about planning, but not give me figure. I've been thinking in my head, I say, with all what you they talk, so we are looking at over $500,000 for do this thing. $500,000 may sound very big, but if you have 1 million Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora, if everybody put $1 now $1 million. If everybody put 50 cents, now $500,000. So we need for step up on how we go get with brothers and sisters in the diaspora for come on board and assist COP. Because now una dey na the ground, now una dey do the work. Now una need this money, not to we. Not to we. So this now an assignment to you, but at the same time I want to give me small roundup what you think say winner go do. Then go and think over it with your colleagues and a couple. Now come out with a strategy. We go publicize them to the diaspora.
Well, I want to beg your pardon, because your very first question to me was, what can you guys do?
Yes.
Waiting, we don't get our plate. I already don't explain.
Yes. But we need for up the strategy. Now I make a come with them back.
Una, I can honestly say, you guys are a wizard. That short ago, London, they invited me to lunch on sale. And I still said the lunch on sale before. We in a salon now, we know they get lunch on sale. Item 13 now for those go meet together and lick small. So I want for really put that ball there back now, una yon court. One thing where Auntie Rachel been come up with, now for let we try for see if there's a way that as many COP members as possible can do a tour. Because for Yeri from me one grain, you know, adequate. But when Auntie Rachel, when I go Maryland, what she had set up in Maryland was awesome, because a lot of people, they Yeri, but it's different when I'm standing in front of you and you can judge my facial expression.
Yeah.
You can ask me questions directly. You can make assumptions as to my level of integrity, my level of honesty, and my level of commitment. If you're committed, when you talk, they show.
Yeah, exactly. The body language, they tell everything about you.
So Auntie Rachel gave me that platform where I'm able for talk. And I tell you most honestly, I tell you on this show right now, for all the way they watch, I didn't even know I was being recorded on live, on Facebook Live. So,
I saw it. Let me tell you now.
what do you see was me being 100%
I
genuine.
know.
I should have highlighted more lipstick and a little more eyeshadow. You know.
But it's better you didn't. We saw you as you are.
Exactly.
It's better people see you as you are. Then they can judge you properly.
Exactly. Because if you're passionate about something, your passion shines through.
Yeah. It vibrates from you. The energy comes from you.
Exactly. So I think if we're able to plan something else on a slightly bigger scale, but again, that also takes money. I mean, not everybody will be able to afford to pay for themselves, to pay all their hotels. They are committed to the vision and the mission, but maybe their pockets are not able to keep up with the vision and the mission.
Then it comes back to us.
Exactly.
And that's why we need to sensitize the diaspora for make people then come on board. Let we do this thing.
Yes, but I feel to say now, when it comes to this thing, where you refer to the thing, this thing, you are as much a part of this thing. Rachel is as much a part of this thing. We are all in the same thing.
We are going to do what we have to do. But you know what in the psychology where they see where they emphasize on, we Sierra Leoneans, when they hear Boy Jalo they talk, then get plenty to they Canada. But if there is a this come off from this person, they will think differently. That's why the leaders of the political parties involved in COP, we get for bring them on board. We get for bring them on board, let them can talk. Not to you one grain no more. Exactly. Let them can talk to the people them. Let people understand, say, this is not about Femi Claudius Cole alone. This is about everybody. We have to do it. If we cannot, then we don't have anything to show our children.
True.
Because after 60 years, if we're not able to do nothing, some of we they even think now say we're a failure. Honestly, because success in life not only about yourself, it's about your society. I have this, yes, you have it. But if you are living in a society that is stressed, disoriented, disorganized, then you should be thinking twice, because people who come to visit you, they see more of you in your society than in what you are. This is not one of the things we'll get for begin understand. If I say I they go visit my friend na Gambia, I they see more of the man in the society where I meet than the man himself. And at this that the message we'll get for begin send to we brother and sister them. Let we come together, let we help for make we country rise. We need this money.
So COP ambassadors.
Yes.
You guys are
We
COP
need this money.
Yes.
We need them, and we get for emphasize her over and over. But whilst we emphasize them, we need forget the blessings of una in a COP for the talk to una various supporters and say, yes, what in them people and they tell una. Now for we all, let we do them. Let we do them. If we do them, una go see the result. Because me I know, what in the gross on a salon, if we succeed for do them, not only the fact that it's not about regime change. It's about introducing a new political way of life, a new mentality, a new way of doing things. We're going to make everybody feel, say, me a part of, I belong, so I do me best, I put me talent and put what I get, me wherewithal. Not to everybody get for go be head of state. Not to everybody get for be minister. Not to everybody get for be parliamentarian. But if the society there I want, some of we go there we own corner. Sometimes a village they go see now they plant cassava, but we still they contribute to national issues. So if we reach there, I want to tell you thank you, Madam Femi, for your time and this very, very brilliant pieces of discussion. Because today now you more we left the talk because we want let people know say what would they do now say Leone Diaspora Unity campaign, not to for me and Rachel. Now for the country and una we they done yonder, una need we get for work with una. If we really mean what they talk on social media, because a man it is social media 24/7 they talk. But how we go make this change happen? That we come on board. So if we reach there, I go tell you thank you. Rachel, of course, me and you, we work just begin. So I know they tell you thank you. I they tell you Ikabo, Kushe. If you know what that mean, I think yeah. Madam Femi know what I mean.
We just want to say before we go that una within the diaspora, una will reach out to the group, Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign group on Facebook. Una reach out, una join the group and reach out to Wide. Una can send message and reach out to Wide. And definitely we will put on the WhatsApp group because we all the fight for one team for make Salon go before.
Yeah.
No matter which kind of political party you dey, it doesn't matter if you are somebody in a party person, you're just a concerned Sierra Leonean, you are also welcome. And like I say, the work could just begin, and we really, really need for support corp. We really need for support corp for make sure say we get that kind country where we all they crave for. The Sierra Leone will look like Sierra Leone. Yeah. We get that government where we all they ask for. The government of national unity. We get the face of Sierra Leone. We get Mende, we get Timni, we get Fula. We all feel part of the governance. We all feel part of the presence. And the only way we can get to that stage is by supporting COP. By supporting COP. Not say, hey, me party not tell me to. They are all there. So we
Yeah,
they
all
send
day.
the
All
message
day.
now. They are all there. We they send the message. Now let me all put we $1, $2, $5. Now the GoFundMe and let we support COP. It is very important. And this election, we responsibility na the diaspora and for talk to we people as salon make them go
Yeah.
register.
Yeah.
Once them blow the whistle September, we talk to it. Now we won't land the whole need for play because right now they don't cancel me. They say we not for votes, but they want money. But what do we for do now? Now for talk to we own people them when we dey put we own money and invest in a salon, make them go vote or make them go register for us. Now that's now we own role right now. So I want to say thank you for everybody who watch the program. And of course, this program will come every Thursday.
Yeah.
Every week we ensure say we bring
Every week, every
every week.
week.
We ensure say we
And we go to ensure say they
salon people
bring various people within COP and other institutions them we go help we for make we achieve this aim.
yeah. And I want to
Because we get other institutions in the diaspora we will get for try for bring on board.
yes.
Like this concerned citizen of the United Kingdom. We will bring them other institutions and they we will come with.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to take this opportunity to tell thank you to the executive members them of Sierra Leone National, Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign, and also the membership where they already, let we continue to push, let we not relent. And I also want for say Madam Femi Claudia School, the work and now it starts. And now it starts, And I mean, this is a blessing in disguise because some man go say, why we put Madam Femi? Why we don't put Samba? Why we don't put this woman back? Because this woman want for lay all things straight. But that is what we want. I always say when woman then at leadership position, the game they change. Because probably if not be man, a lot of compromise won't take place. But when woman then at the leadership position and don't get all of these accomplishments, and we see from in background, they don't in papa, in sister, we know they don't give service to the nation. These are the kind of people that they look for in a salon. We know to come for what they come for can't take. They are already established. They don't need for make a
Yeah.
move. They don't need for kapu. They are already established. So all they come for give the people of Sierra Leone now for serve, now for serve. So these are the things. This must so before begin question with leader. Before begin look at the leadership they want to put na salon. Look at their character. Look at their background. Not so angry belle leader they for come put na salon again. Not to the one where you see in the campaign, then we see inside 1 year, you don't pull joy, you don't pull belly, like una self no normal.
Completed all.
Then he
Yes,
begin pulling span the people and say na so
yes,
God mark. I don't know
yes.
God where they mark that. For make you
So,
unlucky you
so,
people there, you
so
angry
we
better.
for begin
That
for
God they na only Saloni they exist.
we for really begin for scrutinize with leaders there. So I saw really and Femi they do a lot,
A lot
especially
of
to the woman
work. A
them
lot of
where
work.
Ovepo can get the woman a sensitization again, where you say coming, they do a lot, because one woman at this point in time where a lot of people and they emulate for, especially women and they emulate for because at this time I they say again and I will continue to say any woman where they raise the voice down as salon. So God are the applauder because it's not easy, guys. Easy. All man they afraid, then they put all man they protect the interest, all man they make say, hey, then go kill me, then go kill me. But now you this so. Now you this so. Because you stand for what you believe in and you're not person where when you genuine, I can always say you always get the protection of the Almighty. When you
Yeah.
genuine
Yeah.
and you fight
Yeah.
a good cause, we're not so in your interest for your interest and for the interest of the people, you will always get the covering of God. So now that's I always say. So some people, oh, they fear the come on, I don't then go shoot you, then go this, then go that. People want to be Mandela, but they don't want to go to prison.
We want to go to heaven, but we don't want to die.
You don't want to go to prison, but you want to make them call you Mandela. So
Maybe
maybe
they say la die
don't
now,
go
they
prison
say
and then
they
they
go
call
heaven,
Mandela.
agree.
The one who don't go prison and then we they call Mandela. So to you. So anyway, thank you so much, Mr. Jalo, for having us on the program. Yeah.
Thank you. And
So the
we
program
hope
will
for make we get with sister back at some other time. Where you don't go salon back, go settle. We go talk to you for get updates on what you una done they do,
right.
how una done they do them. Because we on roll. one of the reasons we make we try for the build up this infrastructure, now for make we talk directly to the diaspora, let them come on board. And I go assure you, say, pass sicko, but if not to seek, I know the type on that.
Thank
I know
you.
the type on that. That's not my own contribution.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
My own
you.
contribution. I even get a radio station online where they build. We'll go get for begin broadcast on. It's all for the diaspora. It's not about me. It's not about me. Some of we know the potentials of we country. And before they go, I go talk them back now, yeah. We country, if we unite, we come together. We put aside everything. We able to build that country in 15 years. It will be richer than Norway. Why they? Norway is the richest country on earth right now. And then get the largest sovereign fund. Then get money past China. But Salon get the potential for get more money past them countries, yeah. We only problem, we know they put we energies there outside for put them. We need for unite. And I believe say the road for unity, now in God don't bring for we. If you see God make the sense come, the patience come, the tolerance come for make una start cop, then this diaspora unity campaign start. We able to put them two institutions here together. Politics is no longer going to be a problem in Sierra Leone because politics is not our problem. Honestly, it's the way we think that is our problem. And if we think together, we're able to galvanize resources. We will get more billionaires in Sierra Leone in the next 20 years than we they imagine. And none of them not go get that money through unholy means. Development and structural change is all about production and consumption. But how we able to do that if we not unite? So I tell you thank you, and I tell Rachel thank you, and I pray to God. Let God continue to give you the strength and the energies for make we unite. Let we think quietly as Sierra Leoneans and talk to ourselves rather than we they talk at ourselves. Of late, some of you don't fed up with social media because when you go there, Sierra Leoneans don't talk to themselves, they talk at themselves. And what people let they talk at themselves, unity not there. The first thing for make we achieve we goals na unity. And God don't give you the two institutions, one day home, one day out na the diaspora. Copies at home to build unity. Diaspora Unity Campaign Day. We aim now for build unity. Let us do it. We can. God is with us.
Amen.
If I reach there, I go tell everybody thank you. I tell the audience thank you. And of course, I go want to apologize to some of the members of the audience. Whilst the program been there on, we been get some technical glitch, some of the things then go off. So I therefore restart them whilst we be the talk. But the program go there on YouTube and Facebook. So I tell everybody thank you and do I go alone and accept my apology for the break. Me na apprentice na lana the land. So now forgive me, and at the same time, I they do the technical things, I they sort of control the program. Something been go off where I try for make it come on back. I be don't correct them. So I tell everybody thank you, and we go meet back now next Thursday. Madam Femi,
Yes,
let
sir.
God give you safe passage back to Sierra Leone.
Amen, sir.
And
Thank
no
you.
say we deal with you.
Thank you
We
very
have
much.
your back. We have your back.
Thank
Monkey
you.
Bye,
man,
bye,
sef
bye.
na man. We not go talk all
Thank you,
thing
bye.
do.
Thank you, bye.
Bye. Thank you, ma. I go
Bye-bye.
off.